What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. I first want to begin by welcoming all of the new subscribers to the channel. I am the Jedi. I apologize for not being on camera for this video. If you are new to my channel, you need to know that I'm mostly on camera for my videos as much as I can be. And so if you've only been exposed to me in voice, I invite you to go to the main page of the channel and look through my videos, and you can see my smiling face. But welcome to all of you. I want to say also that to all of you who have been diligently following the work that I've been doing about Islam and the Quran and the way of life that is Islam, and divinity and religion in general, quite frankly, because I'm kind of hitting all the bases. I deeply appreciate you, because you are the intellectual class amongst my followers. You are the ones who are not just here for the sensationalism and drama online, that you are seeking a higher understanding. And I pray that Allah will guide you in the right direction. So a special shout out to all of you. I wanted to come and bring this to say that I am going to do a live stream. And I'm announcing it because inevitably every time I do a live stream, I always see somewhere in the comments, I missed it. I missed it. I'll have to watch the replay. I missed it. So I'm doing you a favor and letting you know that I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow on Saturday. What is tomorrow? Saturday let me look at the white heifer. The 22nd. Yeah. Tomorrow's 22nd. I'll be doing a live stream. And I'm provoked to do this because of your overwhelming response to the documentary timeline that I did on Botham. That would be this video that's on your screen right now. That there's no need for me to play it because I don't need to. I guess we could just have some background going on as I run my mouth. But I will be doing a live stream to discuss this, because it is a still shifting and moving event. And it's not just your response and viewership, it's been the in-depth comments. Like, people have been leaving really long comments, and I appreciate that. I don't remember which one of them it was on, but somebody said they had typed a whole long thing and erased part of it just to make it shorter. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. If you have something to say, then type until your heart is content. You know, I read it. I just don't read no bullshit. I just don't. But, you know, type until your heart is content, because I always say you can't put time frames and parameters on the truth, and indeed communication in general. You know, if you have something to say, then you need to say that. You know, because I live by that principle, as you all know. Like, the reason why this video was 3 hours plus is because I had shit to say. You know, if I could have done it in 20 minutes, it would have been a 20-minute video. But the stuff that I needed to cover and say, and the way that I needed to go through this case, took over 3 hours. So, damn it, it's an over 3-hour video. I make no apology for that. You know, I make no apology. In fact, somebody had, and it was definitely a white devil, had the audacity to type, you should shorten it down to 90 minutes and you'll get more views. You'll get more views. No, you should go away and die in a fucking cold grave someplace. You understand? Because the damn video in less than 24 hours is nearly 1,000 views. And if you want to quantify the 3 videos that I've put out about this, then we're well over 1,000 views. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Anyways, so the Jedi doesn't do that. You know, I don't abuse your time or mine. My time is precious, and so is yours. So whatever time I need to communicate something, that's what I do. And in this case, it needed to be that long because nobody else is going to go through that timeline the way that I did. You know, God bless them, but they're just not going to do it. And that's what was needed in order to, as I said in the video, discover the truth. Discover the truth. Discover. So I will be live streaming tomorrow. I can't give you the time right now because I don't know that. That will have to come from the universe. I just know that I'm going to live stream on this tomorrow and try to have an in-depth discussion about it. So I will be looking for you to be active in the comment section or in the chat room section with your comments and questions, etc., etc. And we can just kind of hammer this out. The last thing I want to say before I go is I want to say thank you to everyone who has been donating to the GoFundMe. I deeply appreciate you. Kai, you gotta stop making me cry, dude. You gotta stop making me cry. You just gotta, damn it, now. But I want to say to my people, you know, I know that you're kind, but don't hold me hostage because you don't want to see me go. Don't let that be the reason that you don't give. If you don't have it, you just don't have it. But don't not give because you don't want me to go. That will kill me. That would kill me. Set me free from this place. Set me free. Set me free. Set me free. Set me free. You know, so that I can be that beacon on the continent, passionately begging and pleading and encouraging my people to come. Get up out this asshole of Satan and come on home. Because everybody that's going there, and I keep very much track on the continent, and there's any number of people that I follow that have moved to the continent, and what I see in all of them is nobody is making it their mission to beckon the rest of us. You know, it's not a cause for them. They're there and they'll tell you, oh, you should come, you know, and but they're not. It's not a cause. And what a cause looks like is you have to put out information regularly about every single detail of life. People have to be able to imagine themselves moving to Africa. They have to be able to imagine themselves there, you know. It's like when you sell a product. You know, the reason why when on TV when they're selling a car, they're showing it in different you know, settings and on the freeway and the tinted windows and it's sitting on the mountaintop and you see the family. They want you to imagine you in it. Imagine you. You see? That's why most products, they don't just put the product up on a picture of the product up on TV and with the information on the side and tell you to buy it. They gotta have somebody interacting with the product. You know, they want you to imagine you. Yeah, I could see me driving that, you see. So our people have to be able to imagine themselves there. And in order to do that, they have to have all the information possible, like every single detail. Like, what does a front door look like? Does it still look like it look here? It can be that specific. So you need somebody that is going to present every single detail of life. Every single detail. And God bless some of the families that I follow, because I tell them to tell me how much stuff costs. You got to tell us how much stuff costs, and translate that and this that. But they still are talking in, like, for Ghana, they're still talking in CDs. And then they'll say it's this much US, but it's just no, it's not. It's just, I can't now. I can't. I won't. There's a better way to do it. But more than that, you understand, when you have the right plan, then I would be in a position to begin to establish receiving centers for our people wanting to come home, And that could be both permanent residents and people that just want to visit. So that, let's say I know 10 families, just to give you a rough example of somebody wants to come visit. So you got 10 families, but maybe you got people that are trying to come to visit, but you got people that are trying to come to visit to see if they want to live there. So that's 2 in 1. Stay with me. People that want to visit and go back, bring the ass back here to the asshole of Satan and never go back. It's a vacation, whatever. And then people that want to come to stay, to see, just for like maybe a short amount of time, to see how they feel. Just what does it feel like to me? So those would be 2 in 1. So let's say you have 10 families, and so your boy has already networked with those families and said, would you be willing to take, how many people would you be willing to take? So one family might say, well, we could take 2 families. Somebody else might say, well, we could take 3 people, or we could take 4, whatever. You see? So that this would be a whole thing set up, like it would be a one-stop shop. When you want to come to Africa, I have already laid the groundwork to show you how to get your passport, what you need to travel, all the shit, the best airline, the cost of that airline, how many hours is the flight, all of it. So that when you touch down, then there's somebody there to welcome you and say, so you know where you're going from the airport to a location. You understand? Not like, oh, we still got to figure out where we're going to stay, and we don't even know what street to stay on, and we don't know what the hotels are. We don't know anything, you see. So, damn it, my voice is going. Damn it. So, you would stay, let's say they wanted to host you. Excuse me. Fine, they say we host them up to 6 months, whatever. Whatever I've been able to get them to pledge, Maybe it's a month, whatever. But maybe it's 6 months. Okay, so, but then we would have a facility that we would be building, and that would take having people on the continent there to donate. I would be looking for your donations for that as well. But we would then build a facility, like it would have everything. You understand? Like, we'll just call it like a bed and breakfast, if you will, but it would accommodate many people, So for those people who knew they wanted to come to stay, but they don't need to try and wait until they can buy land and get the money for land and all that. Just now, bring your ass on, and we got a place for you to stay permanently. You understand? You could stay there, and then that would be the base from which you accessed the rest of the continent. Maybe you don't want to live in Ghana, you know, but from there you can be branching out and figuring out where you want to live and what you want to do. But at least you have some place that you know when you touch down on the continent, you have a residence. A residence. So we've cut out a lot of the struggle that is the move. You know, like, I will have this struggle when I get there because I don't have an address once I get there. You understand? I got to find an address and all these things. So, but somebody always has to go and make the way. Somebody always has to be the path maker. You understand? Somebody else has to be the path maker. So we would have accommodation for people who wanted to come and visit. Just they know they just visiting. Then you have people that's visiting for the prospect of moving. And then we would have a facility for those people that are trying to come and stay permanently. And just need to begin to branch out and build their life, you know, on the continent, you know. And now is the time, everybody, because now is the time because I'm deeply encouraged by what I see happening across the continent. I'm deeply encouraged. You know, they are moving towards a one Africa. They have begun to understand that this white man is the cause of all strife and problems to all humanity, and they are not doing business with their ass. You see, we'll get to scrutinizing the Chinese, but what we know already up front about the Chinese, see, because when America does anything, they want to run your shit. They want to take over. That's the white man's way. The Chinese are like, we're not trying to run your shit. We're not trying to be in your politics. We're just doing business here. It's strictly a business relationship with them. Period. So we like that already. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure it's not perfect, damn it. But it's better than doing business with white folks. That's just the damn truth. That's just the damn truth. And then what we see happening in a lot of the African summits that I watch, they are talking about, like, I love my brother who's the president of the Gambia, and he was saying, not just him, but one of the brothers in, I think it was Kenya, was saying, you know, we need to stop having our hand out as if we don't have shit. I'm paraphrasing it. Y'all know he didn't say this. But this is what he was saying. You know, like, we own all the shit. And as my Gambian brother was saying, he was like, we are responsible for, what did he say? 45% of all the world's resources. And another 35% of something else. I have to go back and see it again. I can't remember now. But whatever. Anyway, they're waking up and understanding, why are we receiving aid from any damn body? We are Africa. We own all the shit. You see? And so this awakening is very frightening for this devil. Very frightening. Very frightening. You know, that's what I'm saying. They lose and sleep at night. They waking up in cold sweats. You see? Because an Africa that is aware of itself is an Africa that is powerful. An Africa that is powerful is greater than this fucking bitch. And can bring it to its knees. Do you understand me? Because everybody's sick of America. Whether they say it out loud or not. Around the earth, people are sick and tired of America, dude. They're sick of it. They're sick of it. And the moment somebody else presents a different alternative that doesn't come with all their baggage and racist bullshit, America's going to be over. Over. Because people will go with that other alternative. You understand? They're going to go with that other alternative. No longer will they be able to dictate currencies around the earth and bully people for their resources and all the bullshit. You understand? You know, then you have people like Akon, I saw him. He was at one of the summits that was there. It was the youth summit in Africa. I believe it was the youth summit. But it wasn't just youth that was there. And he was talking about Africa needs to brand itself better. And he was talking about his experience of being, you know, an international artist and being here in the asshole of Satan, and how America, you know, they're very good at branding themselves to make you think it's the greatest place on fucking earth. And it's not. You see, he even went into detail. He was saying, like, even our artists don't look like artists. You know, he said, when I see African artists, they don't look like artists. You know, they, you know, like your videos don't, I don't believe it, you know, and this, that, and he really went in, but it was all in love, you know, and what he was saying was absolutely right and valid. So it's just the point that he's saying, like, we need to brand Africa better. You know, you have other areas that are bringing up their tourism. I mean, great things are happening in Africa. You understand what I'm saying? My God. And so now is the time. Now is the time, everybody. If you know, like I know, you don't want to have lived and died and only lived in this fictional existence that has been provided by the enemy of all humanity. The enemy of all humanity. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Of all humanity. You know? Like, I'm on earth to use my time wisely on earth. You know? I'm not here to waste time. I've known that since forever. And I've looked my whole life for the path that is my destiny. Because I know why I'm on earth. I'm just supposed to find the path that takes me to that. What is the path? You know? And as I say, I was willing to make liberation and revolution my life's work here. But this could be my life's work. You know? Because I'm on earth for a reason, everybody. I'm on earth for a reason. I'm not here just to glorify myself and, you know, just do what makes me happy. You know, I've just always been that way. I can't remember a time in my life that I was not somehow serving the greater good. You know? And, yes, I want to move to Africa. But this isn't, let me move to Africa and I'll see y'all later. It's, let me move to Africa and let me try to encourage you to bring your ass on too. Because the writing is on the wall for me, everybody, and it has been for years. It has been for years. And we are at a very dangerous time in our existence and in our chapter in this oppressive land in which we were brought to against our will. You know? I just, before I did this video, I don't know what I was doing. But I somehow came upon some devil that was what caught my eye, because y'all know how much I cannot stand this Paul the Apostle bullshit. But there was this devil, and his whole thing was going against the Hebrew Israelite groups who cite that Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian, therefore he must have been black. And he was saying these people are just racist and it's outrageous. Like, he was so overdone that you would dare think, you know, like, you're expressing your racism in just that, dumbass. And then he went and started Googling. He goes, look, I'll just do a search. Look, and he Googled Egyptians. Of course, it's all fucking Mexican-looking ass Arabs. And the same thing with the fake-ass Zionist Jews and fucking fake-ass Israel. You know, so I had to leave a message for his ass and say, you won't dare Google, and then in capital bold, the ancient Egyptians, you see, because then you'll have to face the truth. You see, listen, these people are never going to change, and I'm clear of that. But what we have to be concerned about is our safety and our survival as a people in general. And they are trying to take history backwards. Backwards. Remember, make America great again, bitch. Huh? Again. So when was it great? We have to ask ourselves as Africans. Because the only ones screaming, make it great again, are white people. So we should be deeply interested in defining what again means. Again. What does that mean? You see. My question is rhetorical because we know what the fuck it means. We know. We know. And indeed they show us every day. You need to, if you can't get serious about anything else, you need to get serious about what I'm saying to you right now. You need to get serious about getting your ass up out this bitch. Because this is not the spot. And like a caged animal, they're getting more desperate as their numbers dwindle. You understand? And eventually, once we get rid of this coon class, they will finally lose power. Because we reside in every hall and every institution in this bitch. But it's the wrong people. The wrong people. The wrong ones. Ones that are not there as activists. Defiant. In the interests of their people. And the progress of our future. And our children. Our legacy. You understand? It's the wrong ass people. As usual. So like a caged animal, they are assigning themselves and casting their own selves as caged in the corner. And so they're desperate now. Desperate. You know, even in that video I was citing for you, this devil was talking about there's going to be a race war and it's going to be bloody. It's going to be bloody. Because the only thing they fucking are savage ass, violent ass people. They have only conquered and taken, stolen, pillaged, and raped with violence. That's it. Violence is their response and answer to everything. That's it. You understand? You should actually start calling them Vite people with a V. You see? V for violence, goddammit. As Marlon Brando said, they are the most murderous, most savage, most rapacious people on the earth. That is Marlon Brando saying this. Because he had an epiphany. Because of his passion for Native people. And when he realized that they had murdered off over 139 million Native people here from coast to goddammit coast. That they had abrogated over 400 treaties they had signed with these people. And reneged on every single one of them. He, Marlon Brando, a white man, was disgusted at his own people. Allahu Akbar. And he told the truth. He told the truth. He told the truth. So, set me free from this bitch. As I said, I am trying to raise $10,000. In addition to my own resource that I'm trying to save and scrape. And I'm trying to do that by 2020. But I need you to give now, everybody. We can't wait till 2020. We can't. And 2020 is the number because you need at least that amount of time to completely shut down your life. This isn't like moving across country or moving across town. This is moving to another continent. You have to cross every T and dot every I. Every single affair of your business, every single affair of your life must be reconciled. Period. It's kind of like dying, but it's worse than that. Because if you just croak off, anything that's not done, it's just not done. Hey, whatever. Can't do that now. You see? And it matters no more. No more. But when you're trying to move to a continent and completely out of your environment, every single thing must be dealt with. Everything. 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 And a measured move is a thorough move. A hasty move, you will always run into trouble. You need time to just make sure you've done every damn thing. The just in case. You understand? So, alas, set me free. The link for that GoFundMe is in the description box down below. Give whatever you can. You don't got to be wealthy, and you don't got to be Oprah, and you don't have to feel like you got to give $1 million. There's strength in numbers, everybody. It all adds up. From the person who can give $5 to the person who can give $1 to the person who can only give $1 to the person who can give $100 to the person, whatever. It all adds up, and it becomes $10,000, and it becomes me getting my bitch ass out of this asshole of Satan. Donate. And I will see you in the live stream tomorrow on Saturday to discuss this Botham John case. I have a couple other videos that I'll be releasing for you in the interim. Those have been ready. But the Botham John thing, I wanted to put that out before it because it is a current case. The other stuff is not like that. It's not like a news event, you know. So there's no time frame on it, so to speak. It's all very important. But anyways, I'll be releasing those videos after this announcement video. So I will see you tomorrow in the live stream. This is the Jedi.